Hello and welcome back to Random Conversations. Here with me working with the mixer is as always Janus. I'm Federico Spadoni and you're listening to Portocali Radio. So as you know, here on the show we try to talk about a different country with a guest from that country each week. But last week we had the tour. We took the tour and we hosted here some guys from Greece and from Cyprus who were talking with us about their theater group. But today we are back on our usual track and we're going to talk about New Zealand with a guest here from there, of course. And so we're going to listen to the first song and then we'll be back. And we're back here on the show. So our guest for today is Telina from New Zealand. Hi, Telina.
Hi.
Thank you for being here.
I'm glad to be here.
All right. So at first, we always ask our guests to introduce themselves. So who are you? What do you do here in Athens now? And please, go ahead.
So I'm Telina. I am in Athens. I arrived with a friend. She was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
Rita.
from Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's gone home, but I've been fortunate enough to have been able to stay in the volunteer house. And so I've just been having a lovely time with wonderful young people that have welcomed me in, and I'm going to miss them a lot. So I have been having a look a little bit. I've got to know Athens quite well in the 3 weeks that I've been here, and I've just been to Sparti and Monemvasia, which was pretty wonderful.
Yeah, I can see even Janus here in front of us is smiling now. Nice. And okay, that's good. And so you are from New Zealand, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's good. I hope I mistaken the guest. No, but you're from New Zealand. Tell us where exactly.
Okay, so I grew up in a small town with 600 people.
Yeah.
Okay. And but now I went to live in Australia for 20 years, had my children in Australia, and then we went home, and I now live in the North Island in the Bay of Plenty, which is one of the landing spots for Captain Cook.
Okay,
he was able
there is some history there.
To stock the ship. They were able to feed, and because there's fish, and it's protected from the worst weather, and so it's a food basket area.
It's a food basket area.
Yeah.
All right. So you're saying that you now live on the North Island because New Zealand has two main islands, right?
Yep.
The two main islands.
They're
What's the name
fabulously called the North Island and the South Island.
Are you serious? Really?
Yes.
All right.
And we have a bridge to nowhere as well.
Oh, okay. Nice. North and south. Okay, pretty clear.
There is Stewart Island right down the bottom.
Okay.
And that's where the oysters come from.
The oysters come from there.
Yeah.
Okay, they have their own island. The oyster island. All right. So we're going to listen to another song and then we'll be back with Telina soon. And we're back here on the show with Telina. And I hope you know, if you follow the show, usually our guests here undertake this true or false questionnaire about their home country, where we can, learn a little bit about it and see if they really know where they're from. Okay, so Telina, you ready?
Oh, I'm scared.
You're scared. Cool. That's the right spirit. So let's start with the first statement, and you will have to tell me if it's true or false. It's pretty easy. Okay. So, New Zealand was the first major nation to have a universal suffrage.
Yes, we're very proud of it.
Yeah, right? It's true. It's true. In 1893, all male and female were allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a great accomplishment, 1893.
Yeah.
And, so this was easy, right? Number 2. New Zealand was first discovered in 1642. True or false?
I think so, yes.
You think it's true?
I think it's true.
You're thinking right because it's true. But it was mapped just in 1769 because when they first discovered it, 1642, the local people, the Maori, really made it clear that they didn't want anybody there.
Yes.
So they said, okay, guys, we're going to wait a little bit before coming back. And that's what they did.
That's why New Zealand has a treaty.
Yeah.
Because the Brits were going to have to withdraw because they kept on chopping down the flagpole and saying, no, this is our place and you can't just take over. So they made a treaty. It was done in two versions, English and Māori, and it has been uncovered that they're not the same. And we are still sorting out. We're still going through the process of treaty settlements now, where the Māori are saying we actually want what was written in the treaty.
So basically, okay, now you're going through this treaty again to make it the same for the Maori?
Well, to give the Maori what they signed up for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it makes sense. And it's something good to do. Okay, so third statement. New Zealand has one national anthem.
Well, we have one official one that I know of.
True or false? True or false?
Oh, true. I would have to say false.
And you say right, because New Zealand has two national anthems. The first, of course, is God Save the Queen.
Right.
Because you know of the fact that you have the Queen of England as your queen.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, right.
We used to have to stand up when we went to the movies.
Yeah,
when I was
right.
a kid.
Okay.
Stand up for every time.
And
sing God Save the Queen.
Yeah. So God Save the Queen and God Defend New Zealand.
Yes.
That even here, if I can make a little criticism, you didn't really express a lot of creativity with the title.
No.
I'm sorry. With the North and South Island and then God Defend New Zealand. Well, I'm just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding.
We also have that in the Maori version.
In the Maori version, cool.
Controversial when one singer was employed to sing at for the All Blacks, opening a test, and she sang the national anthem in Maori.
Oh, nice.
It was really controversial. Yeah. But, it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go on with the fourth statement. And New Zealand is the only country where drugs company can advertise to the public. True or false?
I don't know. I know that we do advertise.
Yeah. And okay, it's false because it's not the only one, because there is also the USA in this small group. So, I mean, you can see drug company advertisement on TV.
Yes.
Or like in billboards everywhere?
Not so much billboards, but just the TV headaches
radio.
And, you know.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're not very happy about it. Yeah. Okay. So the last one before the next song. New Zealand had a ministry for Lord of the Rings. True or false?
I would say false.
And it's true. I mean, okay, let's say it was not a real ministry, but this cabinet level position was created and was appointed to the Ministry of Energy. That now I don't remember his name, but we can call him Ministry of the Lord of the Rings, of course. And I was reading, because of the fact that the production of the movies there, of course, brought a lot of people looking at New Zealand. So
it's a tourism.
Yes, tourism and
sense.
Exactly. Yeah. So they created this cabinet position in order to try to take advantage of this opportunity in all the possible ways. Let's say this was kind of the reason.
To actually, there was something about being because. To make sure that the money from making the movie stayed with New Zealand and didn't just all shoot off overseas. Yeah,
I was reading also one quote from this Ministry of Lord of the Rings, and he was saying something actually pretty that stuck with me, because he said people are going to know that Lord of the Rings is shot here in New Zealand, not like For example, the fact that Star Wars was shot in Morocco, and it's not that it's so well known as the fact
no,
that
I didn't know that
Lord of the Ring is shot here. So I think it was a good move from your Lord of the Ring ministry. Okay, so we're gonna take the first break. We're gonna take a break with a song, and then we'll be back. And we're back here on the show. So as you know, before we start the conversation with Telina, usually I give you some facts and some data, basic numbers about the country we talk about. And so today's country is New Zealand. So we start by saying that it's situated in Oceania, of course. Population is 4.5 million. The area is 267,100 kilometers square. The capital is Wellington. The type of government is a unitary parliamentary constitutional monarchy. The prime minister is Jacinda Ardern. I think that's how I pronounce it.
Jacinda Ardern.
Jacinda Ardern. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And regarding the demographics, we can say that 74% of people from New Zealand can be listed as, let's say, European, 15% as Maori, and 12% have Asian origins, while 7.4% have origins from the Pacific islands. The languages are English, 96%, and Maori at 37%. The literacy rate is at 99%, and the GDP is 185 billions of dollars. So we are here with Telina. Again, do you have anything to say about this number? Something that...
no, I just believe all of that.
You just believe all of that. Thank you. I appreciate. Nice. But okay, I wanted to ask you this thing that while I was reading for the show, I discovered that you had elections in 2017, so just last year, and I found this article that was talking about the party's programs. Okay, and I understood that you have two main parties, the National Party and the Labour Party, right? Okay,
that's correct.
It's correct. And the National Party have been at the head of the state for the last 9 years, something like this.
3 terms.
3 terms, yeah. And these elections were won by the Labour Party.
Yes.
Okay. And I was going through their programs, and there were 2 points that really, impressed me, because maybe I've never, heard politicians promise something like this. So, for example, for the Labour, besides some proposition that I'm sure I will never see in Italy, like the one to raise student allowances, that's something really futuristic from where I'm from, because we don't even have student allowances. So thinking about raising them, it's really positive thinking, wishful thinking.
We have a free university too.
Yeah, okay. Don't tell me this, please. Don't make me feel bad. And but I saw this other one that was really peculiar. So the Labour were promising to make rivers swimmable for the next generation. Well, what does it mean?
It means that there are quite a few rivers that are very polluted from the farming.
From the farming?
From the farming.
Okay.
The runoff from the treatments that they give the land.
Yeah.
And also the runoff from the animal.
Okay.
Poos and wheeze. And they also want to fence a lot of the rivers, because there is a program to do so, to actually keep the stock out of the waterways, because they crumble the banks and destroy any chance of a natural system growing on rivers, and of course they pollute the waters terribly. All
right. Thank you for this explanation. And the other point from the National Party now, it's this, that they were saying to make New Zealand predator-free within 2050. And so how do you do? I mean, because when I read predator-free, I mean, okay, do we want to take out all the animals that kill people? No, I don't think.
We don't have
You
big
don't
cats.
have, huh? Yeah.
We don't have big cats.
Yeah.
But we do have stoats and rats and
then it's bad for
possums and cats, and they decimate the bird population.
Yeah.
So there were no natural predators in New Zealand. So it was an island of birds.
Yeah.
And we have a wonderful variety of birds, but they are being, we've lost the moa.
Yeah. It's one of the national one, huh? With the kiwi, of course.
The kiwi is endangered,
Yeah.
and many other birds are gone, and we want to look after what we have. So the possums eat the trees out, which is they rob the nesting opportunities of a lot of birds.
Yeah.
And the stoats and the rats, they eat the eggs, and it would be great if we cleaned it up. There are islands, the Great Barrier Island, I think, or Little Barrier they've cleaned it up. They've managed to get the rats away, and it's amazing what the way it improves and bounces back into life. And
all right.
Yeah.
And these were just, really peculiar for me. I've never heard of such promises, but it's good that, these kind of problems are being...
I don't believe National would...
Okay,
They were desperate to get the votes.
All right.
And I think probably Labour will follow through with it anyway.
Okay, let's hope so then.
Let's hope.
So, we're going to listen to a song, and then we'll be back with the true or false questioner for Telina.
Πορτοκαλί. Η αλληλεγγύη έχει χρώμα και φωνή.
And we're back here on the show with Telina. So how is it going so far on the true or false?
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So, all right. And the difficult ones are coming. That's why. All right.
Shaken now.
Yeah. So, number 5. New Zealand was the first country to have its top 3 position held by women simultaneously.
Correct.
Correct. Yeah, that's correct.
We're also very proud of that.
Yeah, Prime Minister, Governor General, and Chief Justice, they were all held by women simultaneously. And that's pretty cool, too.
Yeah.
And, okay, next one. Wellington is New Zealand's biggest city.
False.
False.
It is,
Which
however,
one?
the capital.
Is the capital, right?
Yes.
And which one is the biggest city?
Auckland.
Auckland. All right. And number 7. Organized commercial bungee jumping first began in New Zealand. True or false?
A.J. Hackett. Yes, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
I have twin boys, and for their 15th birthday,
all right,
I shouted them a bungee jump. That was their present, because we lived in the area.
Okay.
In Central Otago, where it was opened up. Yeah.
Okay, but do you have just this one nearby, or there are many? Like,
No, there's not. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's 5 or 6 through the country.
okay, 5 or 6 through the country.
Yeah.
Okay, still a nice, quite big number. Okay, moving on. New Zealand has never had a referendum about changing its flag. True or false?
That's false.
That's false because you had in 2015, 2016, right?
That's one of our embarrassments.
Okay, so go through it, please. Explain a little bit what
Prime
happened.
Minister John Key.
That is the former, right?
The former,
Yeah.
yes. Thank heavens, former.
Okay.
Yes, he wanted something to be his legacy.
All right.
And so they ran a competition.
Yeah.
Where people could design
submit
flags, anybody could
their
put
design,
flags
right?
in.
Yeah.
And there was it was narrowed down to 4, and they were all rubbish. So there might have been people that thought it was a good idea to change the flag, but there was nothing inspirational to choose.
Okay.
And so it failed.
But still,
thankfully it failed,
but,
because I'd hate to think of one of those ideas.
But you still voted. I mean, there was still a referendum, right?
There was still a referendum.
Between the winner flag, let's say, and the current flag. And the old and current flag.
And the one that we still have.
Yeah.
Yes, and monumental waste of money.
Monumental, huh? But still, I was looking that the turnout was pretty high. I mean, 77% was the turnout of the referendum.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't want that flag.
You really didn't want that flag, huh? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Moving on with the next and last statement. New Zealand Sign Language is listed as an official language of the country.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
And it's one of the really few countries in the world that has a hand language as an official language. And that's also this pretty nice, I think, from New Zealand. Very nice. Just now, for example, in Italy, we are starting to use this, for example, in square manifestations. You know, if there is a stage and somebody's talking from the stage.
Yes. Yep.
And then it's been some years that people that speak hand language are standing on the stage and translating. And I thought also was really finally I was thinking this is a good idea, and this is even better that you have it as a national language.
So it's not on the news or just as a normal thing, but when the earthquakes hit Christchurch, all of the information, there was always somebody signing alongside the newsreader, so that the news was getting out there.
Of course. All right, so we're going to listen to another song, and we'll be back soon with Telina. And we're back here on the show with Telina. And so Telina has surprised us because she came here with a ukulele with her, and I really took advantage of this occasion, and I asked her, do you want to sing? And she agreed. So now for you, in an unplugged acoustic version, Telina with Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dream that you dream of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare dare to? Why, oh why can't someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. And the dream that you dare to, why, oh why can't someday I'll wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, dreams really do come true. Ooh, 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 ooh,
Thank you very much for this. It was really nice, at least for me, and I hope for the listeners too.
Thank you.
And so we are going to tell you goodbye. This was our show. And so we thank Telina for being here, for singing also. We thank Janus for helping as usual with the mixer.
Janus.
And we wish you a good continuation with the Portocali programs.
Why do you whisper green grass? Why tell the trees what ain't so? Whispering grass, the trees don't have to know. No, no. Why tell them all the old things who kissed there long ago? Whispering grass, the trees don't need to know. Don't you tell it to the trees, 'cause she will tell the birds and bees, and everyone will know, because you told the babbling trees. Yes, you told them once before. It's no secret anymore. Why tell them all the old things who kissed there long ago? Whispering grass, the trees don't need to know. Don't you tell it to the trees, 'cause she will tell the birds and bees, and everyone will know, because you told the babbling trees. Yes, you told them once before. It's no secret anymore. Why tell them all the old things they're buried under the snow? Whispering grass, don't tell the trees, 'cause the trees don't need to know.